my start in taxidermy, we kiddingly always say, any unfortunate roadkills we could run across, no pun intended. Just, you just find dead stuff. When you're a little kid, you start out with fossils and rocks and minerals and slow-moving things like that, and then you get to bugs and butterflies that you can pin on a board, and all of a sudden you take a break as you get a little bit to be an older boy and start going for the faster moving things like girls. Once you realize you can't catch them, you go into hunting. But when you're into collecting animals, you realize that the live ones don't stick around long enough, and the dead ones sort of don't either, not without the smell. So you learn about preservation, you went to the museum, and you learn that long word, taxidermy. And that's what hooks you, if you're not squeamish. I think I was around 14, 13. Oh, I did a piece when I was like about 12 years old. Little bird. That's what got me started. And I remembered when I got it all done, there's no wires in the legs. And I said, I never accounted for that. How I was going to attach it to anything. I never was taught, Way, way long time ago, a guy by the name of Anthony Scorza in East Rochester, New York. And he was the man back when I was a kid. He was a little uncomfortable. Like, he wouldn't say, here, this is how you do this. That was the part that he kept to himself. But on your way out the door, he would give you a tidbit of something like, here, take this oil, and when you mount the deer, rub this oil on the nose so it doesn't dry out, which I don't do anymore because I use lacquer paint, but I still get the point. He still wanted to be helpful, but he just couldn't bring himself to opening up all the way. So I always credited him, and all those years later, he was in his 70s or so. And the first time I ever had an adult do that to me, and of course I was an adult by then too, he conceded. He says, hey, I just calling to let you know that we were always the shop. We were always the go-to. And, they had the big name here, but don't think we do anymore. I really think that's you. I can't do what you can do. That was so cool, though, to have somebody say that, Say, you're it. You tag, you're it, run with the flag, right? Or run with the ball in this case, maybe. It's a labor of love. I get paid for it. I put 4 kids through school and I build a house. It's my job, but at the same time, it's definitely a labor of love. There's better ways to make money. People don't come out of the chute saying, hey, I want to get rich. No, what's this taxidermy you talk of, In fact, we kiddingly say, if you want to be a millionaire in taxidermy, it's best to start out with $2 million. It's not a lucrative business, but you can get paid well to do something that you really enjoy, and your creativity as an artist and your creativity as a thinker and your sense of pride in preserving memories. Our very direction as taxidermy is borrowed largely from photography, We're kind of a journalist in a sense too. We have a story to tell. You're all forms of art as a taxidermist because you use the actual animal as your medium. We're sculptors. We're all those things. We're artists. We draw. We do everything, If you get the realism, everything else will fall into place too. If you like the animal, you'll find the realism to be its attraction. I'm a specialty taxidermist. I'm more of an artist, and they're more accustomed to more of a commercial taxidermy. And the commercial taxidermists around here are established, they're known, and they do a nice job. So, and at an affordable price, and I'm trying to take it up a notch, and so it's not well accepted yet. They like me, they like the work, and they say hello, but they're not hiring me. Most of the people hiring me are based on my reputation from elsewhere. So, which is how it should be. I want to attract the people that think the way I do, as opposed to come in here and tell people how I should make them think, I just want to be like everybody else here, just free to be able to do what they do and the way they do it, So that's pretty much it.
This story was crafted during the Woodall Weekend Workshop, sponsored by the University of Georgia's Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication, with the generous support of Henry and Linda Woodall.